Hey everybody, welcome back to a hump day edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to do another one from Stone out of their Stochasticity project. This is the third one in that series, and I never saw the second one, so I'm not gonna worry about it because I know I'll never see it now. I'm going to do their Quadrotriticale. There's Stochasticity, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, whatever. But anyway, from the website it says, Trappist ales as we know them have a proud lineage dating back nearly a century. Rather than follow the footsteps of the monks who forged the quadruple, the warmest and darkest of monastery offerings, we aim to test its inherent makeup. In doing so, we added Triticale, a hybrid grain, combining the pleasant flavor of wheat with the elemental durability and spice of rye, to breathe a new life into the malt bill. Because of this reimagined brew comes across differently than its classic Belgian predecessors, and beautifully so. Lower in sweetness but rich with flavors, mirroring dried fruit, it's a modern interpretation of one of the most historically sacred styles on earth. 9.3% ABV, 40 IBUs. So let me get this in the glass. I'm going to use my one of my Chimay glasses today. I haven't used them in a while, but I figure it's appropriate. So let's get the little hiss, tiny bit of smoke, and let's get this poured. Probably won't drink any more than that because 9.3%, and it's a big bottle. A coolish day, a comparatively coolish day today. It's in the low 80s, and although humid, I don't think it's quite as humid. We had some rain come through. In fact, it's been misting and drizzling all day, so that's why I'm sitting in one of the shelter houses, because all the other outdoor tables are wet. But we got a dark brown, tan, maybe a bit of ruby to it. Yeah, there's some ruby notes in there, at least at the bottom. But yeah, it's a ruby tan kind of thing. We had maybe a pinky of a white head that just disappeared almost immediately, although I didn't pour too aggressively. But nice looking beer, so let's get a nose on it. Okay, yeah, it smells like a decent quad. I'm getting a lot of those sugars and those sweet yeasty notes, some dark fruits like plum and raisin, or maybe just a light like floral hop type note in there, in amongst the malt. There's some spices in there. Just a little deeper. Maybe you come across the banana and the clove-like spices that you normally get in Belgian ales. But there's lots of that typical Belgian yeast spicy character in there. And then you get the strong malt and the caramel tones. They're typical of like a Belgian strong ale. Very little hops. It's almost like a bready note to it. I don't know if they use bread in it or not. I didn't check the ingredients, but some candy sugar, some figs, some caramel. A lot going on here, so let's give it a taste. Okay, yeah, that first tip, you got a lot of those yeasty, sugary notes, a lot of sweetness. There are some light floral notes in there. You're getting those dark fruits. Kind of a noticeable grainy feel and flavor, but not in a bad way at all. Definitely got a solid backbone and a nice amount of those spices, and just a little alcohol warmth as it goes down. But definitely you're getting lots of those fruits, the cherry and the raisin, the plum, and maybe even just like a hint of pineapple in there. And darker notes, you're getting like you're getting some nice rich molasses, some fig type notes, little caramel, maybe even a hint of vanilla in there. Some bready malts, nice flavors. There's a lot going on here. Mouth feels pretty full, medium full, I think. Fairly low carbonation, which fits the style, but I didn't look up the Triticale. I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced, to find out exactly what it was. I just, like they said, just a hybrid of, I don't know if it's of wheat and rye, or just it has the characteristics of wheat and rye, but some interesting flavors. Not your standard Belgian quad, that's for sure. So let me sit. I will sit and sip on this. I'm going to seal that up, and I'll be back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been half an hour, 45 minutes or so. I sort of lost track of time, but yeah, this is an interesting beer. Definitely an interesting experiment, and a fairly passable quadish style ale, but it doesn't compare to the traditional Belgian ales, that's for sure. It sort of works as a somewhat odd, spicy, dark fruit forward Belgian style ale. I liked it better as I drank on it, and kind of enjoying the somewhat non-traditional traditional flavors that they represent. Where it falls short, probably in the mouthfeel. For a quad, I'm used to a really full, rich mouthfeel, and this is, although rich, it's fairly thin. Like I said, it was medium full, and I'm used to a full, really full-bodied mouthfeel for a quad, and it doesn't quite get there, but I don't know if I'll get another one or not. I might. I'd definitely be interested in tasting it again, so that's probably the only way I'll be able to do it. But if I'm in the mood for a quad, I'm going to probably go for something more traditional. But anyway, like I said, I don't know what Triticale is. I'm going to have to look it up, do a little research. I should have done that before I did the review. But it's a nice way. This is a pleasant beer. It's although somewhat odd, but nice, pleasant, drinkable beer. I like it, and like I said, as I'm drinking, I like it more. So I'm going to give the Stone Quadrotriticale from their Stochasticity project. Boy, they got some weird words in their names. I'm going to give it a good solid 8.5 out of 10. Decent, pleasant, easily drinkable beer, and other than that little warmth that's moved down in the chest as as you drink, you don't really even notice the 9.3. I think, yeah, 9.3%. Don't even notice that. So it could be a dangerous beer. That's it. That's 2 odd beers in a row, 2 days in a row. Although that jubilation I did yesterday had to be definitely the oddest beer I've ever tasted. Although I did like it. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.